There we go. Got him. Oh, come on, come in the boat. Yeah, that's bigger than I want to have on a spinning rod. Oh, he's barely even hooked. Stop that. Oh, come here. Well, good morning. Welcome back to another video. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you guys for coming back. And if you're new here, welcome to the channel. I appreciate you tuning in. As always, we're out on the water. Gonna go chase some bass, and it's gonna be a little different today. Today is the first real warm day of the season, right? So I'm out here, my first day, no bibs. I mean, it's gonna be up in the 70s today. It's not cold like it's been. It's gonna be a lot more boat traffic. We're gonna have some buddies out here. There's already a handful of people that beat me to the ramp, which is no big deal, but normally I'm coming out here 1, 2, 3, 4 boats a day. I think there was already 5 at the ramp this morning. So we're gonna have some buddies. We're gonna go play bumper boats in the timber, do a little bit of live scoping, get up shallow a little bit, just mix it up, see what the fish are doing. I don't know where they're at yet. I know they're in transition right now pretty much across the state. We're starting to get some warming trends here and there, and fish are trying to move shallow, so my deep fish are disappearing, moving up to the bank, but that presents some new opportunities for some things we haven't got to do in a few months. So I'm just gonna go ahead, stop rambling, idle up to my first spot, and try to catch some big ones. Maybe some big lobby boys. Maybe we'll be throwing a blade in grass. I don't know. Either way, it's gonna be a lot of fun. So you guys stick with me, stay tuned. Let's go freaking get them. Still a little bit chilly to be running. I'm not gonna lie, it's probably mid-40s right now, but that's okay. Cruising back in the creek, definitely gonna have some company. No big deal, it happens. These fish are starting to get smart. You know, they're seeing a lot of bam rigs, jerk baits, all that stuff. People are fishing for them, which is no big deal. We're gonna go ahead and pull up in here and just see what we can make happen. I'm pretty excited. There's some real potential to catch some big bags up in that less than 10 foot of water range today. So I don't know. Last time I was out here, I broke 30. Never really know what's gonna happen on this lake. I don't know. I'm really excited. The weather's setting up good. We could crank a couple. Let's get them. Might need that today. Just never know what we're gonna run into out here. A few weeks ago, I caught one over 11. There's some big ones roaming around. We just got to find them and figure out how they want to eat. Come on. Where are you guys at? The only problem is the water is in the 50s. So if we do stumble into some big ones and hook them, we're gonna have a lot of trouble in the trees compared to what we normally have in the winter. These fish are gonna be a little bit more fired up than I'm used to, which is okay. We'll make it work, but this time of the year can be a little bit difficult because these fish will just take you in trees and break you off fishing like this. Got him. Wrong kind. Man, these fish could be literally anywhere. I'm showing 52-degree water right now in the morning. So these fish could be up in the grass. We're gonna have to go check around and figure out where they're at. I'm still not seeing what I want to see out here yet, but it will change a lot throughout the day. These fish like to move around, and when the weather gets right, they get set up. Whether that's out here in the timber or up on the bank, I don't know yet. We'll find them. Oh, come on. Come get it.
Come get it. Come get it, good one. Got him. Oh, that's a good fish. Good fish. I don't know how big he is. He's shallow. Golly. Stay on. I don't think he's big, but he's good. Yep. Solid fish. Come on. How big are you? He was chasing the boat out here. Finally got set up on him and got a cast. Yeah, it's a decent fish. No giant. No giant. Step back here and get him. Not a giant, but a good way to start. Come on. Oh, he's got a mouthful too. That's how you want them to get hooked. They're gonna get it. That's a good way. Sweet, solid fish. I'll weigh it real quick. Get that bait back in. We'll weigh that fish real quick. He's not huge, but we'll weigh him. What do we got? Huh? Yeah, it's pretty solid. Can't complain. 522. Not a bad way to start. There we go. Not a bad way to start. Take it. These fish are not set up like they were a couple weeks ago, but I had to check. So I kind of started at the mouth and I'm working my way back in. We're probably 2/3 of the way in now, and that fish was just out here cruising on a flat. What I expect to see is some fish later that will pull up in the grass and up shallow, and they'll be up there getting some sun. Also, there should be some fish out here that are still staged up on the channel edges that will also be pulling up high in the water column. They'll set up on these trees. These trees hold heat and fish will lock up on them, and that usually seems to be where the biggest population of fish 5+ live this time of the year. Once they hit the bank, they're up there and they're gone, but it seems like, from what I've learned with Livescope, they feel a little bit safer off the bank if they have somewhere they can get. So I'm trying to make myself stay out, but at some point we're gonna end up on the bank fishing, trying to just get bit. But I had to come out here and check, because last time I was out I had 32 pounds out here. So there's just not much out here, at least yet. That's I'm just not seeing much at all. But I'll take that fish any day for the first fish. Oh. All right, we're making a move right now. We actually are back out of the creek. I'm trying to kind of figure out where these fish are at. I know they should be back in the creeks. I'm trying to check some secondary spawning areas. Just, there's a lot of new water right now because the water's risen up about 1.5 feet. So all that shallow stuff has really opened up in the last few weeks. We got a little bit of rain. Fish are staging up. So I'm trying to figure out if there's some on the bank, if they're still out. Caught that one good one and it was off the bank out on a flat. I don't know if we're gonna find more of that. I'm just kind of gonna keep checking. I don't know what these fish are doing yet, and a lot of the time, this time of the year, these fish aren't gonna turn on until 11, 12, 1, 2 o'clock, when that water really starts heating up will be the best portion of the day. So we're really kind of waiting on that and trying to catch bonus fish and figure out what they're doing. Until then, we're just not doing a very good job of it. But I'm gonna hop up, keep checking stuff until we run into them, because I know we're going to at one point. Oh, come on. Come get it. A group of them. How? Get it. Stop. Got him. It's not very big. May not even be a bass. Maybe a sandy. Yeah. I was about to say, I knew they weren't big, but there was like 3 of them out there on the bottom. It's crazy. You wouldn't believe where these things go in the spring. I mean, we're way back in this creek and the channel's like 6, 7 foot deep, and there's still sand bass back in here. See you, buddy. Whew. We're gonna find one eventually. Maybe. There's a there's a bunch of fish around. They're just not the right kind. There's a ton of gar back in here and sand bass and everything else. I just haven't stumbled up on the bass yet. They may be hiding out on bottom right now until it gets a little bit warmer. But you never really know. I hate to not check because sometimes you'll come in these places and in the morning they're up high feeding. So you got to keep them honest. Gonna keep cruising. Like I said, this water's came up recently, so it's getting a little chalky, and now we have some of the water willow back in the water, which hasn't been in the water all winter. And I know they haven't really probably been up in it in the cold weather, but with it heating up and the water rising, it's really kind of a combination that these fish could potentially pull up in there at the end of the day and start sunning. I just don't know what kind of size we'll find if we pull up there. I think a lot of the fish are going to be smaller. That's just part of it. I'm going to keep looking. Really want to run into a big one. Also really want to get up and just catch some fish though and moving baits. So kind of torn in my approach right now, but we'll figure it out. Dang. I thought I'd be in flip-flops by now, and I'm still freezing my titties off. It's cold. I mean, not that cold, but that wind kicked up and it made it a little bit chilly. Oh, scared me. Brought my spinnerbait up to that stump and it stopped. Thought I had me a big one. Probably not, considering it's a foot of water right there. I didn't realize, but get your blood pumping a little bit at least. Should be really close to seeing some fish up here in this secondary stuff. Some of the shallower, what I'd consider big fish spawning areas. Secondary main lake stuff, small creek edges and stuff, and I don't think they're quite here yet. I think we got about another week or so, maybe a week and a half, till we start seeing fish pull up into this stuff. I really think they're in a major transition right now between the deep main lake stuff and the staging areas and the pockets. I've caught fish in both the last few trips, and I think they're still kind of caught somewhere in between. They don't know where they want to be, which makes it difficult. Not a lot of fish in this lake, not a big population, but it seems like when they're like this, when you find them this time of the year, they school up and you'll find an area, you know, 50, 75 yard stretch around a channel or a big flat or something, that they want to be in that area at that time of the day. But you got to find that first, which is the hard part. Cover a lot of water and then all of a sudden pull up and, you know, catch 25 pounds in an hour and a half or so. But until you find them, it can be a struggle.
A few minutes later.
Got water? Yeah, it's going. All right, let's get set up.
Okay, we might be starting to stumble across some fish. I pulled out here on a little secondary creek channel edge off the main lake and saw that one, maybe another one, I'm not sure yet, but I'm gonna grab that fish, pull it out, get a weight on it. It's not a giant, but it's a big one. We'll go ahead and weigh that fish, and we got to keep searching because I'm still wanting to find a giant, at least 8+. That's what we're looking for, at least an 8-pounder, if not bigger, because there's some big ones out here. Big fish out here. So, and we're kind of running towards the end of the season where we're definitely not going to see those giants anymore doing this. So I'm really trying to take advantage of it today. Okay, let's get ready. Hope you can see me.
He's probably about the same size as that other one. Maybe a little bigger. He doesn't have the belly on him. Still a good fish, without a doubt. Just a little bit bigger, 562. Not a giant. That's kind of what we're looking for. We're just out here fishing for quality, and that's quality for sure. Nothing wrong with that at all. All right, let's get you back in the water and find your buddy. See ya. Let's find another one. Okay. God dang it, I love catching bass. I don't know why, but I love it. Got to keep moving and hope the wind doesn't kick up too much more than it is already. It's not blowing hard, but this is probably about perfect, where we got a little bit of chop to, you know, cut up that light pollution, make them easier to catch, but it's not killing me to try to go live scope. So kind of need that happy medium. If it gets blowing too hard, you can't stay on them, and you scare them with a trolling motor. But I want to find that fish's mama, Big Bertha. He might. He's thinking about it. Oh my God. Dang it. Can't be missing them like that. Still kind of trying to figure out what I want to do. I'm not seeing what I want to see up shallow to be fishing on the bank, but I'm really not seeing what I want to see out here out deep either. I don't know. One of those days, we're still trying to get them dialed in. There's one. Finally. We haven't got bit in forever. I almost fell out of the boat. And when I almost fell out of the boat, I guess I stopped my bait and he grabbed it. It ain't big. See you, buddy. Golly, that was a cluster. Man, I threw up there and I was reeling. And my motor hit a stump and almost knocked me down. When I got myself recomposed from falling, that fish was on it. Way back up in a creek now. I don't know where they want to be at this point. They're all over. I think that's the problem. These fish are really, really scattered right now. At this point, I don't know what I'm doing. Catch a couple out deep, catch one up shallow, come back out deep. I don't know where they're at. I know where I've got the best quality bites, so we're gonna stay out here and just keep bouncing back and forth, I think, until we find some fish. We got 4 or 5 more hours left, so just gonna keep looking, try to find a big one. I really think if we're gonna find a big one, though, it's gonna be out deep still. But I think there is definitely some quality fish up shallow. No doubt about it. I saw 57, 58 degree water in the last pocket I was in, so there's gotta be a few fish up. I just don't think that's where the biggest part of the population is. And it looks like I got one under this tree. Get to sit up and throw at him. Oh, dang it.
Okay, so we stumbled up on some fish. I'm just now figuring out how to get them to bite. So you guys saw I lost that one in the tree. What you didn't see is my bait was inside the tree for probably 2.5 to 3 minutes before that fish bit. So I was just sitting there holding it in the tree, shaking it, and finally it came up and grabbed it. That fish was not that long by any means, but I'm having to flip in front of these random fish that are just kind of out and about and just letting the bait sit in front of them, and they're coming up and getting it. And I switched over to a drop shot, just a little 6-inch plain finesse worm, nothing crazy, but we're starting to get these fish to bite. It's late in the day, the water's heating up, and they're starting to get a little more active, I think, but they're still not aggressive. They won't chase the jerk bait, things like that, so I'm having to downsize to that little bait, which I don't normally do, but it seems like it's working. I'm gonna keep moving, try to catch a big one. That one I lost in that tree, I was trying to be quiet because I had some people around, but it was a probably 6, 7, 8 pound fish. It was big, and I don't know, we're around them. We just have to get the right ones in the boat.
Oh, go get it. He's got it. Got him. Oh, that may be a good one. Finally. I've had like 5 bites. Be good. Oh yeah, it's a good fish. Good fish. They keep just picking it up and dropping it. I can tell they're big. I don't know what's going on with them. We finally got another good one though. Yep. They're just out here cruising around. They're mad too. This water's getting warm and they're fighting. Oh, come on. Yep, just how you want them hooked. Well, kinda. There we go. Good one on the spinning rod. That's a healthy one. We're gonna weigh it real quick. Oh my goodness. I lost that one you guys saw, and I had another one just now pull me down in a tree and drop it. I just haven't been able to figure them out. Tied on that drop shot and started getting bit though, so I think that's the right way to go. We just have to be super methodical. It's painfully slow. Let's weigh that fish. Probably another 4-pounder. Oh yeah, all day. 491. Sweet. Not catching many, but they're the right bites. See you, buddy. Okay, let's get back to it. Told you guys I switched up. It was nothing crazy, just a 6-inch finesse worm on a drop shot. Trying to figure these fish out. Lake's busy today. And there's a handful of people that know me around here because I fish here quite a bit, and you know, I put out YouTube videos, and I had a guy actually sit for about probably 10 minutes sitting and watching me here a minute ago, just sitting in the bottom of his boat watching. So that was kind of odd, but trying to get around the pressure and make these fish eat, and water's getting warm, so they're funky anyway, so maybe that drop shot's going to be the way to go. Like I said, we had 2 bites in about 3 bites in about 25-30 minutes, so we're around them. We just got to get a bait in front of the right fish. We'll catch them. Definitely found an area that has them. We just have to really pick it apart. There we go. Got him. Oh, it's another good fish. That might be a big fish. Oh my God. I don't know how big this one is. He was hiding on bottom. Oh yeah, it's a big one. It's a big one. Oh, come on, come in the boat. Yeah, that's bigger than I want to have on the spinning rod. Oh yeah, come on, get up here. Oh, stop that. That is a large fish. Come on. It's crazy. You just make a tiny, tiny little change and everything just starts, it clicks. It's crazy. Wow, that is a big one. Not even close to the, I mean, it's way bigger than the biggest we've caught today. Like, that's a big, big fish. Oh. Yep. This is the fish why we came out. Oh my God. I should have netted this one. Oh, he's barely even hooked. Stop that. He's barely got a hook in him. Dang it, I should have got the net. Oh my gosh. Oh, come here. Yeah, I mean, look at that. He's just skin hooked on the inside of the mouth. Wow, that's a giant. I gotta weigh that fish. I have no clue. I mean, that's the fish we came out for. Oh my God. Put him in the well. Wow. I mean, that fish might, I think it's over 8. It's probably, maybe close to 9. Wow. You guys saw though, like, how long I left my bait in there just waiting on that fish to pick it up. Oh. That fish is big. Like, big, big. I'm looking at it in the live well and it's very large. That's the kind of fish we came out here for. Always works out. You gotta put your head down, figure them out. And you have days like this where just everything starts clicking and you catch giants. Oh my God, that's a tub. Yeah, let's weigh that fish. Oh my God, do you guys see that fish? It's a giant. I don't know what it weighs, but it's probably in the 8 range, I'm guessing. Oh wow, yeah, more than 8. 930. That's a mega. It's a freaking mega. It's healthy pre-spawn. That fish is full of eggs. I mean, it's fat and healthy. We're gonna get that thing in the box, get a few pictures real quick, and then I'm gonna put it back in the water. I told you guys I love catching bass. This is why I love catching bass. I love the chase. This is why I come out here. Mega. There we go. We're gonna try to find another giant. That's crazy, but I'd love to catch 2 in one day. Day is made either way. That makes the day. But I still want to catch another one. We're gonna keep searching. I know there's more around. I lost one. Maybe not quite that big, but I'm gonna look for another one that big or bigger. That would just completely be incredible. I don't even know. Let's just keep fishing. Enough rambling. That is crazy. I didn't realize that fish was even close to that big. I knew it was a good one, but it was really hard to tell because they're hiding on bottom. I'm just looking at my unit and I'm barely seeing something moving on the bottom. I flip over there and I literally just sit there. Every little bit I'll move it. And then every once in a while I move it and it just doesn't move, it moves back. I'm not gonna complain, golly. I haven't caught 2 big ones on a spinning rod like that in a long time. And that is one of the biggest fish I've ever actually caught on a spinning rod. I think last summer I caught one that was like 960, but I have not caught many, to say the least. So it's fun when I do, but golly, it's nerve-wracking. And if I didn't mention it already, we got 4 fish for 25 pounds. So we are on our way to breaking 30 today. Just got to catch one more of those good ones. We've only caught, what, 4 fish today, I think, all day. So with our average, if I catch another one, we're going to be pretty dang close to breaking 30. Oh, get it. Get it. Oh, come get it, come on. He is on it. Just looking at it. Come back. It's like right under the boat too. I can't do anything. Every time I give it a little hop, he comes back. Dang it. They're like that. They're fickle right now. It's like if you hit the right fish and just let it marinate on their head, every once in a while one gets it. Like there's a good amount of fish out here for the amount of bites I've got. Just gotta make them eat. Got him. The little guy. Freaking 9-incher instead of a 9-pounder. That guy better get out of here. He's gonna get eaten. Where the bigs live. Oh. That's a fish. Ah. Dropped it. I don't get why they drop it. I mean, there's big ones out here and I'm barely touching them. Pick up and feel it and they dump it off. I don't get it. I don't get it. Well, we are running out of fish. Not seeing as much. I'm gonna head back over to where we caught those two and see if maybe I gave them enough time to settle down. A lot of the time, once you fish through a small area like that, they kind of get stirred up and they know you're there and they get kind of weird and won't bite. So I let them set for about, I don't know, 30, 45 minutes, something like that. See if I can go back in and talk one into biting again. We got a problem. Cranking battery's dead somehow. Trolling motor batteries are dead also. No jumper cables. We're in a spot. We're gonna figure this out real quick. I was about to head out because my trolling motor was dead and I sit down to crank up my big battery. It's always something, we'll figure it out. I just don't know why I'm dead right now because I haven't really been running any power, so not good.
3 hours later.
We got back to the ramp. It took us a while, considering I don't know where I left you guys off, but my trolling motor batteries died. So I was like, okay, it's time to go in. Sit down in the driver's seat, and my big motor battery's dead. Yeah. So, big battery dead. No jumper cables, no other batteries to hook up. So I was a few miles from the ramp and not a lot of people around. What I ended up doing was my little tiny lithium that had just enough, you know, to run my graphs, my tiny lithium, had just enough juice to get me back to the ramp, or get me started up so I could get back to the ramp. So got back, got it loaded up. I got to get in and rehook everything. I got all my battery cables unhooked and a mess in there. That's okay. I got back to the ramp. That was what I was worried about, because I don't want to sit out here in the cold and dark waiting on someone to come get me. But it's all good. We're loaded up now. Thank goodness. And it was a pretty good day, except for the amount of fish I caught. But every time I swung on one, it was the right kind of fish to be catching. I mean, we had what, 25 pounds with 4, 1 over 9, and I think every other fish was over 5 pounds. So I mean, you can't be mad on a day like that, especially now they're in transition. Not a lot of fish to be caught, or at least not easily. Numbers are not gonna be a big thing, but we ended up catching a few heads, had a good time, enjoyed what will probably be my last good live scoping day for the winter, at least until summertime rolls around. This will be pretty much it for the good live scoping. That's good. I'm cool with it. Had a crazy winter, caught 1 over 11. Wish I had that on video for you guys. That was unfortunate how that day went down filming, but either way, caught some big fish this winter. Had a lot of fun. Got to bring you guys along for a few trips. Happy with it. Had a good day. Hope you guys are enjoying the content. Let me know if there's anything you want me to do to mix it up, because if not, I'm going to keep it rolling the same way. Just keep making the same stuff. That's all I got. Had a fun day. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'll catch you guys on the next one.